folks. Dr. Freedom here with you. Time some Doctor News. News from in and around the universe that may or may not affect you, dissect you, and reflect you in a spiritual, meaningful, metaphysical manner. To the point you may just go, I am one with the universe, and did I just fart? Okay, Herman, how many times I told you, no pets? Well, see Herman's new little buddy there, you know. I saw that over at the Walmart. I was out there doing a little shopping this morning because I got to play hooky from work, and I just couldn't pass the little fella up. He's just too damn cute. You know, I just can't stop looking at him, you know, little baby Yoda. But yeah, he's sitting there on Herman's lap, which is funny because, you know, I didn't have to reposition him or anything. You know, my wife just came in here and plopped him down and he just sat right there. But of course, you don't want to hear about Herman's lap. Okay. Kind of bony, but, okay. Not in that way. He's a skeleton, you dirty birds. All right. Just a lot of nifty little stuff going on out there in the Hooniverse. You know, other little things that have just popped up over the course of the day. And I figure I'd just come out and share with you right off the bat. Of course, Murder on the Chitanya Chapter 2 is out. So, like I said, please give us a break. None of the cast are paid. I'm writing all this. They're doing all this on their own time. So I got to respect that. It may take time between chapters. That's why I do them chapter by chapter. So maybe once or twice a month, you're going to get a piece of the story. And after a while, you have the whole thing. So, but if you're interested in those, go to the playlist section. The first one I ever did was Skydark. Like I said, please forgive me. I didn't know half the stuff I know now about audio editing and all that. So I threw that one together. Literally no script, pretty much. I just threw that out off the top of my head. Then came, you know, Death Moon. Then comes The Imperator. Then What Lies Beneath. And now we're starting Murder on the Chitanya, which is our fifth adventure in the, you know, in the series of the audio adventures of Dr. Freedom and Eric. But let's get to the news you're here to see, you know, because I know I'm exciting those like 5 or maybe 10 fans of Dr. Freedom and Eric. Come on. It's not Big Finish, but hey, we have fun doing it. We're not doing it for the money. We're just doing it for, you know, the joy of, you know, doing a little something of our own. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. Some really cool stuff out there. Let's start off with some clips. Some really cool clips. Okay, first off, this just popped up. Doctor Who Dalek Universe. Check this out. In April 2021, David Tennant will return as the 10th Doctor for a monumental new full-cast Doctor Who audio drama series from Big Finish Productions in association with BBC Studios. Dalek Universe comprises 9 hour-long episodes, which will see the Doctor pulled out of time and sent back to the era before the last Great Time War. Here he finds himself battling for survival in a universe full of Daleks, Mechanoids, Movellans, and Davros. And as David Tennant said, quote, "It's a big old epic sweep. It reminds me a little bit of those Flash Gordon serials that used to be on TV during the school holidays when I was a kid. Each story has its own self-contained world, but the whole thing, it has an overarching momentum." So I'm really loving, you know, looking forward to checking this out for myself when it does come out. Here's a little nice video clip they did for it. There you go. Speaking of things that are on their way out, already out in the UK and soon to be out in the US, Fury from the Deep. Here's a clip from it. The Seaweed Grows. And here's another clip for it, Inside the TARDIS. And I'll have links for these in the description box below. So if you want to go watch these for yourself, they're just like a minute or so long. But it kind of gives you a feel for the animation, the sound quality, and all that you're going to be expecting when you get, you know, the full enchilada. All right, Peter Capaldi, why he loved acting in 3 Days of Rain for the Suicide Squad. And it was nice to hear that now Capaldi is getting a chunk of that Marvel, not the Dark Marvel movie money, but the DC movie money. You know, Karen Gill and another Scott out there who's scoring big in the comic book flicks. Quote, I love this. I had lots and lots of favorite moments, and no, I'm not even going to try a Scottish accent because I suck at it, okay? I can't do Glaswegian accents, okay? But so I'm going to do the best I can, all right? Bear with me. But there's a thing that we do in the rain. Now, I'm Scottish, so I've spent a lot of my life in the rain, but this was Hollywood rain. It came from way, way up there in these magic rain machines, and we did like 3 days in this rain, and all of us, the entire Suicide Squad. And James would play really cool music really, really loudly while we were doing it. And if you couldn't help but feel as if you were in a big superhero movie when you were doing this scene. So that, I think, was my favorite. It wasn't just a moment. It was 3 days. We were all soaked to the skin. but that was part of the fun. So nice to hear he had a great time, filming this character. Now, this was a character that had appeared in the Flash TV series, a guy named DeVoe, aka the Thinker. So if you've seen that, you kind of have an idea for what kind of character, in a way, Capaldi is going to be playing on the screen. If not, go watch the Flash. I like that series. Well, up to a point. It has some really good episodes. All right, Jodie Whittaker, of course, and we went over this in a previous video, that they're going to appear at a New York Comic-Con Doctor Who panel. But the coolest part is, just announced, I guess today, Bradley Walsh will be joining them for this Comic-Con panel. So kind of nice, he'll be joining the virtual panel, and which is going to be announced, which was announced. That's right, it was back on the 9th that it got set out there. So keep your eyes out on this. Here's all the details you need. The physical New York Comic-Con 2020 convention, of course, was canceled and replaced by an online experience via the Metaverse, October 8th to the 11th. Sorry. The Doctor Who Spotlight panel featuring Jodie Whittaker, Mandip, Gill, and now Bradley Walsh will be on Metaverse Thursday, October 8th at 2:45 p.m. Eastern Time. So I'm sure all the trolls will go inhabit it, the nut my doctors. I can't wait to see how they get shot down. It's going to be funny. All right. David Tennant says TV drama Death does not celebrate the killer Dennis Nilsen. Now, as some of you may know, this film is popped out there where David Tennant is portraying this real life serial killer. It said the main mystery in any TV drama is about a murder or murders, and it's usually who done it, or if not, it's how done it. These two questions are cleared up early in the first episode of ITV's Death, which takes its title from the nickname of Dennis Nilsen, who killed at least 15 young men in the late 70s and the early 80s. So this guy was a really twisted pretzel. But here, check this out. Here's a picture of Tennant in the character. That's the picture of the actual guy. Frightening, ain't it? How well these guys and all that, and also way Tennant can just drop into a role. So really nice to see he's out there really tackling. I kind of like it when Tennant tackles dark characters as well as good characters. He just really shows his range that he's got out there. Next up, Good, starring David Tennant. Here's another one. Announces new West End dates and venue. The Olivier Award-winning director Dominic Cook reimagined C.P. Taylor's World War II set drama. Now, Tennant will now return in the West End in a new revival of the play Good. It'll be opening April 27, 2021, instead of the originally announced, supposed to be October. Now, apparently this is about a German professor who must rationalize his decision to join the Nazi party. So here's a guy who's conflicted. You're in an environment, trust me. It sounds like a good story. It sounds like maybe they'd make a good movie out of it. So if you're into this and you're looking to find out more details, here you go if you're out there in that area. And if you have time to go see it, okay? COVID. All right. And lastly, for today, Doctor Who Figurines number 184 through 189 reveal. Coming soon in the Figurines collection. Here are the next 6 characters in that regular series. Okay, first up is part 84 is Novice Haim, I believe the name is. Yeah, I want to say Home for some reason. But there you go. Next up, wicked looking. So, oh, God, Sea Devil Warrior from Warriors of the Deep. Oh, goodness. Warriors of the Deep was a technical nightmare. Between the Merca, then you had the Sea Devil Warriors, and they looked badass. Kind of like Shogun meets Lizard meets sci-fi. But they're supposed to be these fierce Sea Devil Warriors. Dude, I get to the bathroom faster than these guys can make it down a hallway, okay? God, this Warriors of the Deep, not one I really like to remember fondly, but hey, it's a classic. All right, next up. And remember this character played by Anjali Mahindra from Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror, the Queen of the Scythera. Watch out, she's got a mean evil tail. And this is not the final image. So there you go, Queen Scythera. The Master, of course, as played by Sacha Dhawan, will be 187. Why does it say 187 here, but it's 186 on the box? Okay, somebody screwed up. 188. The Fugitive Doctor is portrayed by Joe Martin. And, of course, 189 being the Snowman from the Snowmen. Yeah, somebody screwed up on the numbering there. Kind of threw me off. So, kind of nice to see these really cool figures coming out. All right, folks. So, it's been a kind of weird week. Kind of weird things going on here in the United States. I don't tend to get involved in political issues and all that, but it really tears me apart that 9/11 kind of passed by unmarked and unremembered by a lot of people. It's hard to believe that less than 20 years ago, 19 years as a matter of fact, that this terrible thing, and I don't care how you believe it, how it came down, thousands of people died in literally the swish of a few hours. And some within minutes, actually, because of the collapse, the sudden collapse of those two buildings. And it just amazes me how at that moment in time, despite all this, we all came together. And now because of weird things going on in the world, people are trying to divide us again. People, all I can say is this. I've seen humanity at its best. We are better than this. The things that we're doing now to each other in the name of propaganda and all these other weird things that are flying around is complete nonsense. And that's all I got to say. We're better than this. So take care of yourselves and each other. Please remember to stay safe. If you like this channel, please like, subscribe, share it around, pass it around to your friends. Remember, this is a rational channel. You're not going to see me beating the table and screaming SJWPC, diversity casting, stunt casting, and stupid-ass terms like that. You're never going to see that here. You're going to see calm, rational, cool news as told from a somewhat neutral point of view, because guess what? Jodie is the doctor, folks, whether you like it or not. Good night.